So here we go, guys. Our F1 2019 series on the channel is about to get underway. And we're going to continue right where we are. We're in F1 2018 signing the Toro Rosso contract with Pierre Gasly. We got Devin Butler and Lucas Weber in this series now.
Welcome to your new team. Toro Rosso are famed for nurturing promising talent and kick-starting the careers of exciting drivers, from Vettel to Sainz to Ricciardo. But they're much more than that. This is a strong team that expects regular points finishes.
So that's not the only drivers we have. We got Pierre Gasly. He's staying right where he is. We got... Who else do we have? We have Raikkonen to Alfa Romeo. We got Kubica. He's back. George Russell is back. Is into F1 this season. Ricciardo goes to Renault with Hülkenberg. Lance Stroll from Williams to Racing Point. McLaren with Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz. Red Bull now have Alex Albon. And then you have Charles Leclerc from Ferrari Sauber to Ferrari.
Welcome to Melbourne and the inaugural event of the F1 2019 Championship season. The session is starting shortly and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. A feeling that anything can happen this year, and if it does, well, this weekend could be the opening chapter to one of the most exciting F1 seasons ever. Joining me in the commentary box is, of course, Anthony Davidson, and it's great to have you back again. What can you tell us about this year's roster? There are some new faces this year, aren't there?
Absolutely, Crofty. There's been a number of interesting signings over the last few months. Where would you like to start?
Why don't we talk about the new Toro Rosso driver?
Right, well, this is definitely someone to keep an eye on. Well, they've been signed up likely in no small part due to the way they carried themselves in the Formula 2 Championship. They have a great track record of putting the team first. At one of the races, they even gave up their own position when their car had a technical issue, so that their teammate Lucas Weber, who also debuts here today, could get ahead. That kind of team spirit could take them a long way this season.
Those two aren't the only new faces from Formula 2 this season, are they?
No, this season will introduce fans to George Russell and Lando Norris, two very promising young British drivers. Plus, we'll meet Alexander Albon from Thailand, and finally, Devin Butler. Now, Devin was a bit of a controversial figure in Formula 2 last year. He racked up a lot of penalties over the course of the season, including one where he collided with his closest rival. It was an arsey clip. Now, certainly after the event, they were nothing but professional in terms of how they spoke about the incident with Devon, but it's hard to imagine them being as polite about it behind closed doors. I think this rival will be one to keep an eye on over the next few races, as both drivers take their first steps into the world of Formula 1.
This first race of the season is always quite difficult for us trackside, and for those back at the factory as well, as it's the first time the car has run since winter testing. The more consistent mileage you can get in these sessions, the happier we'll be.
So we got Pierre Gasly as our teammate. And that's a bright.
Is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS in the DRS zone as well. DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Oh, that
What happened? Let me know you're
was
okay.
not good.
That's fantastic. You obviously have a really good...
So we got Ricardo. We're gonna Butler. Why did Butler have to go so much faster than I do? Oh, he's in a Renault. That's why. And Renault are faster than Toro Rosso. We're gonna do this game for F1 2020 as well. Maybe.
So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Butler and Perez, and we're in front of Kubica, Ricardo and Norris. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 29.6.
And this car sounds beautiful. Well, the graphics look pretty interesting as well.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy. Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
And look who's right behind me, Magnussen. I wonder who they're cheering for. Gasly?
Great lap. You've nailed
Oh,
it.
he's right in front of Devin Butler. Look, that's okay right there. Ricardo and Renault, I can absolutely take that, but Hamilton in a Mercedes. I'm used to him being in a good area Ferrari now. As a two-time world champion, I should know this.
Okay,
I gotta figure out. Gonna take a while for me to figure out the rosters a little bit. Not the rosters, but the lineups. After season, beat Devin Butler.
About tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
So it's Verstappen in P1 right now. Look at that Red Bull horsepower like it was. We're gonna go, we're gonna go 2.5 seconds faster than Bottas.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Get right
The
to
session has
qualifying.
drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Toro Rosso, Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
It's been a lot of hard work, but here you are making your debut in Formula One. You must be thrilled. So how are you finding things at the team? Are you settling in? What are you expecting out of this season? Are you just aiming to find your feet in Formula One, or do you see something more?
Great. Well, that's everything.
It's either me or Claire just got more creepy. Gameplay settings, we're going to turn that off. So, Pierre Gasly. So what are we going to do? We're going to do R&D. What's our weakest part? So powertrain seems to be the weakest part of our tree. You know, let's just upgrade every piece of the car. For those two upgrades right now.
We're just about ready to kick off today's qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian Grand Prix.
Now the Park from A rules are going to kick in. P6 in our first race.
Good work.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Hamilton, Vettel and Charles Leclerc. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
We're still beating Devin Butler. I think I want to boost it. Just boosted it up so I can get a little bit of competition at least. Look at that, Red Bull still want me.
Well done. Very solid results. You're looking good for the race.
Oh wow, so they want us to do 4 or 8 practice programs a week.
New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and a Toro Rosso, Albon, Weber, Magnussen, and Carlos Sainz, Raikkonen, Butler, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Grosjean, Gasly, Lance Stroll, and Lando Norris. Russell and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head.
Excellent job yesterday. We qualified above expectations. Let's go out there and put in a performance. Up in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till light rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Start. Let's get back on track. Butler is behind you. Update on the car for you. Tyres are looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now. Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
Like, Butler's giving me a run for his money. A piece of my money, Devin. I'll give you a piece of my money.
The heavy rain is passing. We're seeing light rain about 2 minutes away.
Perez on Butler.
We need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake. The track is drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water off the line. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet. There's 12 laps of fuel remaining. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now. The gap to the car ahead is 2.9 seconds.
I'll tell you what, as long as I can beat Devin, I'm fine. But if Devin comes to beat me, then I'm going to kick his butt. To teammate behind is 2.6 seconds. Oh, he forced me into contact, all right. Oh, there's no contact between you. going to look at the settings here. Something's wrong here. We'll let Flores by, or we're going to let Ricciardo by.
We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment. I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Battling our old teammate Ricciardo.
Leading our teammate by 1.4 seconds. They're on old inters. They're in 17th. The time last lap was a 1:42.3.
Ricciardo, this is your home race. Go by, buddy. Grosjean, I'm not letting you by.
Okay, the weather's certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now. This light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace. Gap to car in front is 1.6 seconds.
Come on, Gasly, let's go, buddy. Nope, Grosjean, I'm not letting you by, buddy.
Right, some information on Ricciardo. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow. This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
You know, if I don't get a podium point finishing position, I'm finished. I'm fine. Nope, Toro Rosso. Red Bull's better than Rich Energy.
Good job, nice overtake. Ahead, they're on old Inters. Their tyres are 8 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 41.9. You're losing around 1.6 seconds.
Who I'm battling right now, I'm sick and tired of is Grosjean. Oh yeah, there's fast laps of the race as well. Gap ahead is 7.4 seconds. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Second a lap to the car behind, 1 second. Grosjean, stop making me make mistakes, buddy.
We advise moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
Grosjean's trying to make a giant mistake here.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Grosjean's really making me nervous.
Our gap to the car in front is 8.4 seconds. We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment. On ahead, they're on old Inters. Their tyres are 11 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:42.4. You're closing by 0.4 per lap. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Gotta hug that right side of the racetrack now because we're Grosjean. Grosjean, you're making me freaking nervous, dude.
The gap to the car ahead is 11.9 seconds. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining. already, but we're starting to notice some tyre wear now. They should be good for a while longer, though.
Got Stroll, Ricardo now come back in the picture.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, Lewis, 39.150. That's what I'm talking about. That was reckless, man.
Gap to car in front is 15.1 seconds.
We're not going to be Butler today. He was Australia.
Perez is ahead of you. They're on old Inters. Their tyres are 13 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 41.2. You're losing 3 seconds a lap. This is your final lap. Final lap of the race. Gap to teammate behind is 2.2 seconds.
Grosjean, why would... Grosjean's really getting on my nerves.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, I hit the curb. Where's the leader anyway? Oh, he's on the last. He's heading on the front, onto the front straightaway. As Lewis wins the Grand Prix. Gonna come home for a point. Oh wait, this is not MotoGP, this is F1. Just gotta rip away from Roman here.
Okay, gap ahead is 16.2 seconds.
Nope, we got him. P13. I'm fine with that.
Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you pulled through.
Stop point.
Thank you.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
It's a heroic effort for any driver to race in conditions like these, and seeing them fight their way to the front was very special indeed. They were able to find all the grip, all the good lines, and had the confidence to get on the power to top it all off. That's what pushed them into first place here today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
First place, but it's the Ferrari second and third. Vettel in Charles Leclerc in third.
So let's review the updated drivers' standings. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes moves to the top of the table. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
You know, we only finished 2 places below Devin Butler, so that's a good improvement. That's not bad. So Lewis Hamilton wins and picks up the fastest lap points. Vettel second, Leclerc third, Verstappen in fourth. Alex Albon's debut in Formula One finishes in fifth. Bottas in sixth. Magnussen, Weber, Raikkonen, and Carlos Sainz top 10. The top 10 point scores. We finished with pretty good result, 13th and 16th. Not gonna even bother to look at the point standings because it's only...
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today? You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for...
Appreciate your time.
We know we're not, I knew we were not going to score points right out the bat.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up. Looks like one of your rivals has also been invited to a historical event. This could be a good opportunity to play up your rivalry for the press and expand your reputation. You're not the only driver to be hounded by the press. Emails, like the one I've just sent you, will give you an insight on how your former Formula 2 rivals are handling the press. Be sure to check your emails regularly, as I'll be sure to send you any of the more, let's say, interesting press transcripts that come my way.
So yeah, good way to start the season. Even though it's not a points finish, but it's something to work on.
Winning rivalries is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favourable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result.
I really wish Pierre Gasly would have stayed in Red Bull, but nope. Helmut Marko decided to fire him anyway. I'm gonna go to the same invitational event as Pierre Gasly. Checkpoint challenge. .74. Oh, this car sounds beautiful. Oh, there is no 8 steering in this classic FM car. That was 11 miles, kilometers, holy smokes. That was 11 kilometers. 0.31 kilometers, actually. Yeah, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.